So if I got the option to choose an animal to become if I ended up being single after 45 days, I would choose a tiger. It's a lone survivor, doesn't have to rely on a pack, and is just a badass creature. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my apartment. Now today we are going to be talking about the film The Lobster. I had very little knowledge of what to really expect with this movie before going into it. I saw the trailer a couple times. And the general premise is that people in this dystopian society, if they end up being single, they have to go into this hotel for 45 days and try to find a mate or someone to be with. If they fail at this, they get turned into an animal of their choice. And so, yes, it's very, very weird. Colin Farrell is the star of this movie, and the reason, as far as I can tell, that the movie is called The Lobster is because if he fails at finding a mate, he wants to become a lobster, and he has his reasons for it. I'm not gonna lie, the beginning of this movie is very, very slow. It kind of drags for the first hour until something kind of intense happens, and then the pace just kind of picks up from there, and it gets a lot more interesting. But the first hour is just very tough to follow and kind of very tough to stay awake through. Maybe it's just because I'm tired, but I just found it really kind of challenging to pay attention to what was happening during that first hour of the movie. The performances, I cannot deny, are fantastic though. They're outstanding. Colin Farrell delivers probably one of his best work performances in a very long time as far as I can tell. Rachel Weisz, who he ends up meeting up with later on in the movie, she also gives a very good performance. There's other actors who I'm not going to name throughout this movie who also give good performances, and it's just a very well acted movie overall. The premise is also just quite intriguing, how they use it and how they showcase how this whole process would work with people just living in a hotel, like I said, for 45 days. You try to hook up with someone, and if you fail to do that, you could get turned into an animal of your choice. And so it seems very interesting. It's like kind of weeding out the weak and people who aren't able to find mates within a certain amount of time, within a certain limited set of people who they might not just have any way to form a relationship with. It just seemed very, very weird in that regard. I also felt the music in this movie was just used very, very strangely. It didn't really add to any of the background textures. It was just used in like very big dynamic bursts just every so often at the end of scenes. It just kind of bugged me after a while because I'm just not used to the music being used that way. Maybe for these more non-US-esque films, that's just how they do it, and more power to you. It just felt very odd to me as an American viewer. And I will say this film is not for everyone, definitely. Like I said, it's very tough to get into from the beginning. It is a little bit raw in regards to kind of sexuality and some violence and some kind of blood and gore stuff. So it does have those aspects in it, and so it is kind of tough to watch at some points, but it's also very tough to get into if you're not focused, you're not paying attention, you don't know really what you're in for when you go in to see this movie. Guys, The Lobster is a good, well-made movie. Not necessarily for me, but I definitely say check it out if it sounds like something that you would be interested in seeing. But those are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.